5 Most Place You Never Forget Visiting Japan. Why do we feel so great when we travel? Is it the prospect of finally snapping that perfect picture of the Eiffel Tower? Is it the endless amount of delicious, new food? Probably not, but it certainly helps. Is it meeting new people from exciting new places? Or maybe it's something on a much deeper level that keeps us coming back for more, always pushing ourselves to see more, eat more. Below there 5 Most Place in Japan you never forget visiting. Here's we go. Number 1. Fuji Mountain, Japan's highest mountain, 3,776 meters, 12,377, is unquestionably the country's most iconic natural landmark. Photographed in all seasons from all angles, its near-perfect cone is climbed by 1/4 million people yearly, usually during the months of July and August. Its high visibility and traffic is partially owed to its proximity to the Kanto, or the plain surrounding Tokyo. However, the best time to view the mountain is in the winter months when visibility is best. Considered one of the 3 holy mountains in Japan, along with Tama and Heikisen, there is understandably a collection of shrines on the crater rim. Since many people climb the mountain, hiking trails and facilities are well established and there is a considerable amount of development on the mountain. The meteorological station marks the high point of the mountain and the country. Popular hiking routes to the summit are Gotemba, Fujinamiya, and Kawaguchiko. All of the trails have 10 stations each, which are situated strategically to offer refreshments, lodging, and facilities for the hikers and tourists alike. Most hikers start from the 5th stations, which are located between 6,000–7,000 and have access by paved roads. However, Mount Fuji lacks train access. If you are interested in climbing and don't have a car, the best way to get there is by catching one of the many Fuji-bound buses departing from Shinjuku Station in Tokyo during the months of July and August. Fuji, composite volcano, last erupted in 1708 and is considered dormant. Number 2. Ginza, Tokyo. A UNESCO World Heritage Site it is not, but instead an unofficial shrine to Japan's industry, technology, and material culture, if there is one. Ginza epitomizes Tokyo, if not Japan. It's ground zero for neon, shopping, and as close to what Tokyo calls center, or downtown, for such a huge city. Within walking distance are the National Diet, the center of Japan's government, and the Imperial Palace, a vast complex of buildings, which houses Japan's head of state, the Emperor of Japan, and his administrative apparatus. Ginza is best experienced at night so you can view the electronic fireworks. There are so many interesting places in Tokyo, and this is a logical place to orient yourself if you visit Japan's largest city and capital. Number 3. Kimaji Castle, Japan's most famous castle and one of 12 that is in its original condition. Known as the White Heron Castle, it is one of the 3 most famous in the country, and the most visited. Its fame, not to mention its beauty, is perhaps why it was used as one of the locations for shooting the 007 film, You Only Live Twice, 1967, starring Sean Connery. Located in Himeji, Hyogo Prefecture, not far from Osaka, the castle is surrounded by pine and cherry trees, which make it especially scenic in the spring. A UNESCO World Heritage Site, its original construction was between 1333 to 1346, with other expansions occurring in 1601 to 1608, a well-known period for castle building in Japan. Not without coincidence, it was during this time period when warlords fought for control of the country. Number 4. Bomb Dome, Hiroshima. The bomb dome has the dubious distinction of being almost directly under Little Boy when it detonated over Hiroshima on August 6, 1945. The remains of the perfectual industrial promotion hull have, ever since, come to be known as the Bomb Dome, or Genboka Domu. Designed in 1916 by a Czech architect named Jan Letzel, the structure survived reasonably intact even though it was a mere 150 meters from the hypocenter. Today, it's the centerpiece of the Hiroshima Peace Memorial Park and consequently attracts thousands of people to the otherwise industrial city. It was made a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1996, although both the United States and China strongly objected. The museum has some very graphic photos of the after-effects, which killed 70,000. Much debate continues today over the necessity of the bomb. The FDR and Truman administrations expended an incredible amount of time, money, and manpower into the development of the A-bomb, and some historians believe this weighed heavily on the decision to use it on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The Battle of Okinawa gave further pause to the U.S. military and the planned land invasion of Japan because of the tremendous loss of military and civilians estimated at 120,000. Number 5. Kamakura. The outdoor Daibatsu is, alongside Mijima's floating torii, the best-known monument in Japan. Kamakura is close to Tokyo, even closer to Yokohama, so day trips from the Kanto are easy. Known as the Great Buddha, it was once housed in a building that was destroyed by a typhoon in the 15th century. For the curious, the statue is 13.35 meters, 44 feet, high and weighs 93 tons. The first mention of the bronze statue dates to 1252. Now hordes of tourists come to get their photos taken in front of the Daibatsu and the many edible, and rotten, offerings left at its foot. The city has a long history and perhaps that's why the Daibatsu stands. Although the Daibatsu gives Kamakura its deserved recognition, the city's historical record is long and rich. It is no accident that a period in Japanese history is named the Kamakura period, 1185 to 1333, which marked the beginning of the shogunate established in the city. The city is also famous for Nichiren Buddhism, found by the Japanese monk Nichiren, 1222 to 1282, and sometimes associated with radicalism. It is also recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site.